Hi guys, we've got the sun in our eyes. The sun is right beaming across me. So I'm going to lean back a bit. So I hope you're all well. That live we just did was so windy. Too windy, guys. So I hope you're all well. It's Louis in the southwest UK, near Bristol. I'm a lifelong Elvis fan. If you're new to this channel, thanks for joining us. We are a small family of Elvis fans that just basically want to defend Elvis Presley. We want the truth. Fans want the truth. The name of the channel is Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. We also have a Facebook page. If you want to join it, it's called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Let's just see. It's quite a new channel. And Nadia, let's have a look. I set this channel up for us. We're quite new, 23 members and growing. Oh, we've had a few posts on here. Priscilla Presley fighting back on social media because of significant backlash from fans. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm going to listen to that. Come on, let's listen to it. Are you ready, guys? So we've got Linda. Hi, Team Elvis. Right, before I play that, I will. Let's have a look. Let me just on. Is it a news flash or is it just another channel? Hi, Nadia. Hi, Team Elvis. Deborah, how are you going? So what is this? This is on another channel called Elvis Presley Breaking News. Oh, shall I just read it? So do any of you know this channel? Elvis Presley Breaking News. She says, let me just read it. Let's have a go. Hang on a minute. Let me just find it. It's only short. So who have we got here? We've got Cheryl. Let me pause it. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Linda. Hi, Nadia. Hi, Deborah. I'm getting a lot of ads in between. Not what? From my channel, Nadia? Let's just have a look here. I'm going to see what this... I'm just going to read. Someone said put this link on our Facebook. Have you seen it, Nadia? There's a link. Priscilla Presley gets backlash. Now, you will get adverts, guys. You will get adverts on my channel. I don't place them, but YouTube do run them. Let's have a look. Right, what does it say? Let's read it. Priscilla Presley has been quite active on social media because she faced significant backlash recently, and she is fighting with fans. The dispute, which happens just a few weeks after Lisa Marie's sudden death on January the 12th, 2023, this centered around an amendment in Lisa Marie's living trust with Priscilla's said invalid Priscilla's biopic film. Lisa Marie was not happy at all about Priscilla's biopic film. Why? Because Lisa Marie's belief was that the film did not accurately reflect her father's character of her mother from her mother's perspective related to the new biopic film. The Priscilla representatives have raised concerns about the authenticity of Elvis Presley's memorabilia sold by the auction house with ties to his ex-wife, Priscilla Presley. Priscilla's lawsuit adds to Elvis's family drama at the Graceland Elvis Presley fans. That's right. So anyway, I want to talk about the jet. I don't know much about it. Nadia has been sending me a few links. I thought we'd play them. Right, let's have a look. I see the other day, oh yes, she is upsetting because people are calling her out. Exactly right, Deborah. Right. I'm just going to quickly, I want to play the NBC thing first because I think that brings us into the understanding of the story. So we've seen the NBC thing a few times. Then I'm going to look at some of Nadia's links. So let's find the NBC thing. Where is it? Let me find it. I have so many links on it. It's like, we have to scroll all the way back. Look, there's one here. How Lisa Marie lost her millions. That'd probably be quite interesting. No, I'm gonna have to just Google it. NBC. Bridget Cruz. I think you have to write. No, yeah, maybe Bridget Cruz. Let's just see which ones come up. All right. It's just typical now. It's not going to let me see the links now. Right, let's have a look. NBC. Oh, I know. Because I put MBS. That'll do it. Okay, here we go. Is that going to play it? I think that's it. Don't forget, me and Bridget Cruz, man, we're pals, bro.
The Memphis home made famous by Elvis Presley, now home to the largest collection of Elvis memorabilia. I have it here if you want to look at it. Lead archivist Angie Marchese taking us inside their private collection, which they say includes one-of-a-kind items like this black grommet jacket worn by Elvis in 1972. This lining of this jacket is the one that's in that video. And we don't believe that there was a second one ever made. No, we only have a receipt that he had one. Which is why Graceland boss Joel Weinshanker says he grew suspicious when they discovered the purported jacket listed for sale by GWS Auctions.
We know there was only one made. And guess what? We have it in our archives.
That's Elvis. Anything Elvis, somebody's always got an opinion.
Brigitte Cruz is the owner of GWS Auctions, the company behind the 2023 listing of the jacket. She says the jacket was authenticated by one of Elvis's tailors.
Graceland's saying that they have the grommet jacket, that there's, even video of Elvis wearing the jacket, and that the lining on the inside doesn't match the lining of the jacket that you were selling. Again, they never raise these concerns. So if they have concerns, they should definitely reach out to me.
But Graceland says they have reached out with concerns to Cruz and her former business associate, 79-year-old Priscilla Presley.
You were friends as well, you and Priscilla? Yes, very, very close. I believe we were very, very, very close at one time.
From 2021 to 2023, Priscilla worked with Cruz's auction house to help her sell Elvis memorabilia.
So this is what we have today, the offering.
Questionable items being auctioned by GWS, according to Graceland, include the sale of Elvis's 1976 lost plane. GWS claiming the interior had been designed by the king himself.
Did Graceland ever reach out to you and raise concerns about your relationship with Priscilla and her being a part of these auctions? Concerns? I wouldn't say concerns. They were just, inquisitive. They wanted to know more.
Graceland says flight logs confirm Elvis never flew on that plane, and a subsequent owner told NBC News that they, not Elvis, designed the red velvet interior.
So for Priscilla to be able to recall that plane was not purchased while she and Elvis were together. So if you could kind of explain that for viewers, why even include her in the conversation about the plane? Just her memory.
Weinshanker says he does not believe Priscilla ever intentionally tried to deceive fans.
I believe that she lacked the capacity to make those decisions.
Cruz's relationship with Presley has since imploded, Cruz filing a lawsuit last fall accusing Priscilla of cutting her out of lucrative deals. Now Presley filing a countersuit, accusing Cruz of financial elder abuse. Priscilla has not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
Priscilla is and will always be welcome at Graceland. She's not connected business-wise. But she's always going to be, connected to the Elvis legacy.
He says Graceland's main goal to make sure Elvis lives on authentically. Chloe Malas, NBC News, Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, I think that
video shows how the plane veered, then
I think that covers the basics, right? So let's. So I agree with Nadia. She does come across defensive. Bridget Cruz, if you're watching our program now, we're doing a short live to talk about really the jet is the topic, but whether or not the items that Bridget Cruz's auction is selling are authentic, are properly authenticated. But the jet has got a lot of attention, and I just thought we could do something on the jet today. So now Nadia has dug up a few things. But I also did dig up a few things myself. Let me just see if they come up a minute. Right, here we go. So let me just see what comes up here. And I think that's the one we've just played, so we can forget that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, and then there's just a write-up about it. Let's click on Nadia's links. And then I was going to see if we can find a news clip about the jet, a bit of an archive news clip. Let's have a look. So he's obviously a very successful the guy who restores these jets. As far as I can see, he's done 3. Is that correct? And let me just see his channel here. So it says here, it shows that picture there, but there are many pictures. Let me just click on it. Let's see if it's going to work. It says, questions have arisen about the legitimacy of claims about the 1962 Lockheed Jetstar said to have been designed by Elvis Presley and has been sold for $430,000. Is it going to let me see the pictures? No, that link doesn't like being clicked on. Let's have a look. So then Nadia sent me a little clip that just shows this. She's just telling me about one of Elvis's aeroplanes that was investigated by the FBI. I'll just quickly read the short link. I think this is a different aeroplane. Elvis trades the Dassault Falcon airplane, which he purchased in 1975 as an investment for a second Lockheed Jetstar. The first Jetstar aircraft will become the center of a long, drawn-out FBI investigation into what appears to be the sophisticated swindle perpetrated on Elvis and Vernon involving the lease and refurbishing of an aircraft. The case is not concluded and wasn't concluded until after Elvis's death. Okay, that's interesting. Right, let me just try and find these links. Right, so what I want to do is just go to YouTube and find a news clip when the jet was first discovered. I think it was in what's that the name of that area 55, is it? What's it called again? Area 51. I think it was there. Yeah, Jimmy's World. But I don't want to play any of Jimmy's World's videos because he'll just copyright me. So I want to find some news clips. Let me just read your comments a minute. Yeah, Area 51. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, put it on auction. Yeah, of course. And we'll write a letter of authentication by Priscilla. Why not? So it's called, let's go, we'll go Jimmy's World. And then we'll see if we can find a news clip. We'll see if because I'm allowed to play a news clip. I'm not allowed to play his videos. So, this is like a news clip.
Joined now by Jimmy Webb out here at EAA AirVenture, bringing one of the most. Joined now by Jimmy Webb out here at EAA AirVenture, bringing one of the most unique vehicles on the grounds. Tell us about the Elvis Jet recreational vehicle. The Elvis Mobile. It is a 1962 Lockheed Jetstar that Elvis owned in '76, just before he passed away. And we decided the best way to save it and preserve it is to make it mobile so the whole world can see it and enjoy it. The inside of it is my favorite part. We have not touched it. We've not modified it. We've only vacuumed it and wiped some of the dust off of the wood. Otherwise, the inside is exactly the way it was. And it had been closed up for 41 years, since 1983. I'm just blown away by how well it was preserved and, frankly, how well this whole project turned out. Some people would say, hey, why don't you just turn it into a flying model, make it airworthy again? Why the decision to go with an RV?
Well, making it flyable was completely out of the question. The FAA regulations, the parts availability. I mean, there's a myriad of reasons why it would never become airworthy again. Then the next step is everybody's saying, well, make it a static display so people can see it like the other ones at Graceland. And I thought, that's been done before. We can do better. Then the next step is, well, let's figure out a way to take it to everyone. And the best and the craziest way to do that is to make it drivable. So we drive it. And we drive it right out of the cockpit and with the yoke and everything.
So what are you basing it on? What's the base of the vehicle itself?
It was a 38, well, still is, according to title and insurance, by the way. It is a 38-foot diesel pusher motorhome.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just made some mountings and mounted it right on top of that and connect the steering, brakes, and gas and send it down the road.
What's it like to drive?
It's like a tall RV. You do sit up quite a bit higher than even in a motorhome or a semi-truck, so that part is a little kind of interesting to get used to, but once you get used to that, then the only other struggle is all the cars, because everybody comes next to you and then they slow down, they get their phone out and try to take a picture and they're swerving all over the road. You don't know, and you have no idea what they're going to do, and just trying to make sure they stay far enough away so they don't cause an accident or something. But
what do cops and the state patrol think?
We tried to stay as far away from them as possible.
Tell us a bit about Jimmy's World. What would people see on your YouTube channel?
It is a entertaining aviation-based channel where we go out and find interesting old airplanes, usually try to save them or explore just everything aviation in a fun way.
Should ask, are you going to be here all week, and how can people get a tour of the Elvis jet?
Yeah, we'll be here all week, as often and until they kick us out of here. And to get a tour, to go inside and see the red velvet and the gold buckles, it's just a $10 donation to Wings of Compassion. And they go in and take a picture and check out the seats and look at everything, sit down in one of the seats, things like that.
Jimmy, I appreciate the time. Keep it running.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, I think that covers everything we need to know, doesn't it? I think. Now, let's see if we can find a news clip that is talking about fraud. Right. So let's just have a look. Jimmy's World, Elvis praying fraud. I want to have a news clip that mentions Bridget Cruz. So I don't want to play any of Jimmy's World stuff. Right, how much Jimmy's World makes from YouTube? No, because I can tell that he's doing very well on his YouTube channel. And he found many, many different ways to make money from that aeroplane. Let's have a look. We don't want to just see the same stuff. No, I don't see anything. Right, then we just go into Google and let's put in Bridget Cruz jet plane fraud. Jet plane. And we'll just see what comes up. Right, let's have a look. Okay, jet owned by Elvis Presley sold at auction for below its estimated price after sitting 30 years on the runway. Elvis Presley's 1962 private jet sold at auction after 30 years sat on the runway. Okay. The private jet sold at auction recently at an event featuring celebrity memorabilia after sitting on a runway in New Mexico, designed by Elvis Presley, who has net worth of $350 million. The jet features gold tone woodwork and red velvet seats. Apart from that, the plane also features inlay and red shag carpet, but is without an engine. Plus, the cockpit is still the same without suffering any restoration, but desperately needs one. The buyer paid $430,000, guys. For the plane remains anonymous in the sold note posted on the auction site. They expected the plane to sell for more, but the bidders only paid $430K for it. auctioneer Bridget Cruz said that she could not release information about the buyer of his or her plane, not yet. Elvis and his father, Vernon Presley, owned the plane in 1962, the red Lockheed, according to liveauctions.com. Now, this is the bit that is in dispute. According to a previous owner, Elvis did not design the interior, but he did. So, according to the previous owner, Elvis did not design the interior, but he did. The auction house claims that Elvis designed the plane. Is false, according to Roy McKay. He mentioned that he designed the interior himself after purchasing it because it kind of looked like a casket featuring a grey interior. But a spokesman for GWS Auctions told the Association Press that the auction house is confident that Elvis himself designed it. See, this is the problem. I would say this is the mistake. You've got GWS disagreeing with the owner, but the owner is saying that he designed the interior. So straight away, it was like, you're lying. It is so obvious. No offense, Bridget Cruz. In my opinion, just on reading that the owner has said that he designed the inside of the aeroplane, and you're disagreeing with him, that's wrong. That's wrong. You don't need that much intelligence to work out that that is incorrect. And the interior of that aeroplane, in my opinion, was not designed by Elvis. I think it's bloody obvious. What do you think, guys? Yeah, but why would he? But Nadia, why would he lie? Why would he lie? Why would he lie about saying that he? Unless he's got it in for GWS Auctions or got it in for the buyer, I don't know. You have a good point, Nadia. Red velvet and gold. So, Nadia, you're basically saying that there's a possibility that the owner is trying to make sure that his wording devalues the value that it would have sold at auction. And they are saying that they thought that it would have sold for more than 430K. So you're saying that the person they bought it off, maybe he's miffed. Maybe he was underpaid. Maybe he felt like it was worth more. A bit like Vernon Presley, actually, why he went to jail. He sold, I think, some piglets to a landlord and wasn't happy with what he was paid. So he altered the check, in theory. So you're basically saying, not from Nadia's point of view, and I don't completely disagree with you, actually, Nadia, because I can see that there's a possibility that the original buyer, so this guy, does it say his name? The original buyer wants to mess up the sale for GWS Auctions by insisting that he designed the interior and not Elvis to lower the value. It was possible. All right, okay, I'm with you. Yeah, it sold for lower, so it got resold. I'm with you. Okay. Elvis, who died at 42. Okay, we don't need to read that. The plane is too big that it won't fit in the garage, but that didn't stop the bidder buying it. And then it asks, who do you think bought it? Okay, let's see if we can find another thing about it. So, accept. So we have here a private jet once owned by Elvis Presley has been auctioned and it's been sitting in a runway in New Mexico for 35 years. The plane sold for $430K in California. Again, GWS Auctions. The auction site say that the interior was designed by Elvis Presley. So it's still making it very clear here that the owner disputes the owner disputed the auction house, claiming the King of Rock and Roll designs its red interior. I mean, I will say this, it is a bit unusual that the owner that sold it them is disputing the fact that Elvis designed the red interior. I mean, that does scream something to me. He's trying to put a spanner in the works. So that I'm tending to lean on Nadia's side now and say that there's something that doesn't feel right about that. GWS spokesman Carl Carter told the Association Press that the auction house is confident that Elvis designed the interior, which photos show has red velvet seats and red shag carpet. Yes, it's actually quite interesting, actually. I'd like to find something that's a bit more recent. Right, okay. So so this might be what Nadia is saying about the fact that it went up for auction and resold. So right, they're talking about that. I just want to see if it shows when Jimmy bought it. So the piece of rock and roll memorabilia is being sold as it is. The engine, as much of the concrete instrument are removed, and there are no replacement parts with the lot. It will be more of a question of labour of love than love me tender and budding aviation enthusiast, although the auction house described it as an incredible restoration opportunity to create an Elvis exhibit for the world to enjoy. Elvis collected a number of private jets, including a Conair 880, Lisa Marie, and a second Lockheed Jetstar dubbed Hound Dog, which are now part of the Elvis Presley Museum. The plane is for sale, is still privately owned. After Elvis's death, it was sold to a private company and put into storage at a facility in Roswell. It will go under the hammer in 2023 on the 4th to 15th of January. This isn't the first time it has been sold in auction. It was sold in 2017 and flopped rather than flew when the bid closed at $430,000, well below the expected $2 million it was expected to go for. GWS Auctions, who last sold the jet plane, said it was one of a kind and had plenty of value as an attraction. It has attracted a lot of tourists. Roswell is still and has original woodwork inlay, red velvet seats and red shag carpet, he told the Daily Mail at the time. It has a potential to be fully restored and made the centerpiece of a major exhibit. The plane has plenty of style, but is going nowhere fast. Auctioneers said that they'd love to see it returned to the working condition, but it would make just as good an exhibit piece. It is in impressive condition for being in the desert for 30 years. Inside is impeccable. The engine has been taken out, but it is in perfect exhibit piece. Whether for the museum or casino, someone looking for a focal point, it will be an amazing piece. The Lockheed Jetstar is the main attraction of Meckham Action next year. What is this?
I want long-lasting, smooth skin, and I want...
Right, let me just see if it lets us play this. Right, I just want to check the oven. I think the kids' dinner's ready. So, we're sort of going around in circles a bit on it. Right, I am live a second, but I think everything's probably ready here. It's been in 30 minutes. Does that sound about right to you? Right, yeah, everything's ready. I can see it. Right, let's get it all out, Rio. I've cooked. I've been cooking for the kids, guys. Right, it's all very hot. So, I would say not the most exciting live stream we've had, guys. Really, Nadia has found out most of the facts about this aeroplane. The bottom line is, it sold twice, and I think there's more to come. The sun's right in my eyes. I think there's more to come with this story. I think this situation where we've got the Bridget Cruz lawsuit, we've got the countersuit from Priscilla. I think it's interesting to see how this is all going to pan out. I think Bridget Cruz has questions to answer. Priscilla has questions to answer. The way they're authenticating items that are going up in the auctions. I also think there's a chance here that Jimmy has been ripped off, but at the same time, I think by the sounds of it, he's made an absolute fortune from that aeroplane through his YouTube site, and he was selling off pendants, wasn't he? So I actually think Jimmy's coming out laughing, because I think now the celebrity, the plane, the jet, is a celebrity in its own right now. Whether it's genuine or not, that plane, that jet is very famous. And I think whoever owns it is going to make some money. I really believe that. Hi, Joy. How are you going, Joy? The sun is right in my eyes. It's already there, really. You've got rolls. You might want to toast the rolls because they might be a little bit frozen. But you've got cheese there, cheese slices. So my son's having his dinner. And just 1 second, guys. I think I might chuck a steak in, actually. It takes a few minutes. Steakilia, steakalia. You want the teca, beka, beka, baka, baka, waka. Steak. Right, I'm chucking some steak in, guys. A bit of steak. Why not? Right, you can have it. Salta. So you had a bit there, yeah? See the salt anywhere? We have no salt. We have no pepper.
No, we have salt. Easy, really.
Yeah, hiding. Whoa. We will have a bit of butter. Oh, you got some Frankfurt in there, yeah? No, so that's all good. All right, good. Don't worry, guys. We're just in my kitchen. You know that. Well, obviously, you know that Gio's going to want. Gio's going to want some of that stuff as well, won't he? Right, don't worry, guys. You carry on chatting while I do what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so I've just put my food in to cook. How are we getting on? I'm waiting for this sun to get out of my face. Right, let's have a look. The last trip to Memphis, have a look. I went a year after he died because we had a friend in Memphis that said they would open it briefly to see if there was interest from the public. It was just the house, nothing else was built yet. VHS player on plane works. Let's have a look. In recent years, but it's sold more times, I believe, since Vernon sold it. I'm just trying to read. I hope we go next year. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to go next year. Hi, Jane. Right, Joy. Priscilla remodeled Graceland because she hated the red and black and that Elvis week to Linda. Yeah, I've heard about all this. That Priscilla changed it. And didn't Linda Thompson have it redecorated as well? Is that right? God, this sun is right in my face. It's like, move away. Anyway, if I lean this way, how about if I move the angle? No. Is that better? No. No, we're not changing it, guys. The sun is in my face. Got my other son behind my back cooking. How about we just read a couple of your comments? Let's have a look. Let's just bang up some comments. So at the moment we have 26,141 subscribers. That's good. Let's see if we can get some comments up. Right. The Memphis Mafia and Jerry Schilling recognized how unwell Elvis was circa a year before he died. The effort it was for him to conclude the show. The final ones were leaving the stage and rushing to the hospital. Priscilla Bulow said she couldn't believe he died because he went to the hospital other times before. It is amazing how insensitive that woman is. It saddens me that history was repeating itself with Lisa and her final days. She was unwell in the Golden Globe ceremony, but did her best to support Austin Butler. I'm just going to read off a few comments. We'll just see. Elvis was a lovely man who had the misfortune to marry a nasty... Guys, this comment is a bit mean. This comment is a bit mean. Do you want me to read the mean comment? Okay. Elvis was a lovely man who had the misfortune to marry a nasty, greedy, cheap little tart who betrayed him just a year after the marriage. It has been said that Elvis was unfaithful during their marriage. If that's true, why didn't Priscilla confront him with his affairs? I have an old copy of Elvis and Me, and Priscilla says in that book that she had no evidence of Elvis was unfaithful during the marriage, but she suspected he was. Well, we certainly know that she was, and she was twice in 1968 and 1971. Hi, Colin. She makes a good point, though. She's saying that Elvis and Me, she doesn't think Elvis, she doesn't know that Elvis was unfaithful. She just suspected it. And this is Ruth Bashford's comment. Ruth is saying that, she's sort of painting a picture, isn't she? If that is true, why didn't Priscilla confront him with the affairs? Fair enough. Let's go to the next comment. We have Gianna. What is Priscilla Bulow is doing now with Bridget Cruz is so similar to what she did with Elvis. There's a saying in Brazil that goes like this: the criminal always comes back to the place of the crime. Thanks, Gianna. Right, we have a comment from Nancy. Hi, Nancy. There's been so many lies told about him, and I don't think his last girlfriend, Ginger, really lied. She said how happy he was. Give me a break. Everything was hitting him. Then the divorce, the book, his health. Do I think he was ever going to marry again? No, not after everything. No way. And, I like Ginger Alden. She seems nice. And she did speak about him, saying that he was upbeat, looking forward to the coming concert the next day. But for her to say that he was happy when he was that unwell, and you had the divorce settlement happening with Priscilla, which was very cruel, and you had the release of the betrayal book, Elvis, What Happened? It's hard to imagine Elvis being happy. But we do have the pictures of Elvis on holiday in Hawaii in March, and he didn't look too bad. So, don't know, guys. Yvette, you're calling Priscilla a little tramp. How dare you? Joy says anytime she brought the affairs up, he threatened to send her home. But that's in the movie, isn't it? That's in the Priscilla film. Is it true? Do we have any evidence to say that actually happened? You know? Now, don't forget, Joy, she was unfaithful in 68, just after the baby was born. And she was unfaithful in 1971 to Mike Stone, the karate guy. Now, I know Elvis was unfaithful before they got engaged. It's obvious. I also know Elvis was unfaithful after 1968. It's obvious. So it's a funny one. All right, I see Joy Lang. No, because Joy, I accept Elvis was unfaithful. Come on. We're not going to get away from that, are we? I just think that he was faithful during the engagement and the marriage and the pregnancy period. I think there was a short period, around 18 months, where he tried to change. He tried to be faithful. I do believe that. Now, before and after, no. He was a womanizer, definitely. 100% he loved the ladies, guys. Diana says she doesn't think Elvis was the marrying kind. And Diana, do you know what I think? I think once he become famous, once he become a celebrity, a superstar, a film star, I agree. He wasn't right for marriage. Now, when he was a teenager, you know, when he was like 16, 17, 18, 19, I think he probably was the marrying kind. But as soon as the fame hits and the wealth, the attention, the adoration, he couldn't marry anyone, could he? He definitely is a man, and he's definitely not gay. When we do these phone lives, isn't it just funny that people keep saying that he's gay? I find it funny. I just delete them. Delete. Why do people say it? I don't get it. I mean, I've noticed the phone lives have dropped off a lot now. We're only really getting around 50 people watching them in one go, which is okay. That's fine. Let's have a look. Let's read Yvette's comment. Yvette, if he was so happy, why would he be... Right, Yvette says, if he was so happy, why would he have spent so long in the dark? Why would he have spent so long in the dark bedroom? Yes, maybe he felt safe, in a safe space, but if you got a young girlfriend you're in love with, you'd be out doing more, even driving the grounds, etc. Like with Linda, I think I only ever saw one of Ginger and Lisa on the trike. And I know that picture, Yvette. Then you get a reply. Yvette gets a reply from Diana. Beginning in 1978, Priscilla Bulow had a 6-year intermittent live-in relationship with model Michael Edwards until he began developing feelings for the teenage Lisa Marie in this book as well. We know about this book. We know about Michael Edwards. We know about the book. I think isn't it called Priscilla and Me? It's a blue cover. We all love our Margaret, Teresa. We know she was great. Let's find some more comments. Come on, let's do it. Oh, right. Okay, keep going. So, guys, have any of you heard of those Elvis girls? Do any of you watch those Elvis girls? Just out of interest. You could be right, Joy. You could be right. Well, I'm proud to say that those Elvis girls gave my video a heart and a cry. Can you see it? It's very blurry. It's very blurry. They give my video a heart and a cry 4 hours ago. I wonder if I can click on it and play it. I'm going to try and play it for you guys. Right, here we go. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't play it. It's got music. That's so annoying. Here we are. Oh, actually, maybe.
Remembered me, and we saw each other from time to time. Elvis's mother was very ill that summer, so the army gave him some time.
Well, let's try. So I made this. Elvis was crying over the loss of his. I made this about a year ago, I think.
We both arrived for basic training about the same time. He remembered me, and we saw each other from time to time. Elvis's mother was very ill that summer, so the army gave him some time to go home and see her. She died suddenly while he was there. When Elvis got back, he was numb with grief. We were on a troop train headed for the port to ship out. We became friends on this trip. It had only been a short time before that Elvis had lost his mother. And daytime was fine. We were going around the ship. We were playing with the accordion. Then at night, you know, after we went to bed, I could hear Elvis breathing.
Well, that's the one that they hearted, which is good. I like it. So you mentioned there was one you just mentioned just now, Elvis Girls. Elvis Girls. I think that's the one we're talking about, isn't it? Let's have a look. I love it. Any Elvis channels that comment on our little channel we have here, defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. I like it. Don't be shy. Anyone watching now that it has their own YouTube channel, please comment so we can see who you are. We are very welcoming and very friendly. So, why is he barking for? Ella, please just leave it alone. Right, let's have a look. Let's go for some more comments, shall we? Let's find some comments. We have got. Let's see if I can find some comments of people on here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See, the thing is, the way it does it, it just jumps around. You can't properly do it. Let's see if we can look a different way. Let's have a look. I'm chuffed though. Those Elvis Girls hearted my video. Yes, we like that. All right, okay. Right, guys, I think I'm going to have to go because everyone's getting home now and I'm going to cook them dinner. Is someone gave them for Mum? Who was that? Oh, that's nice. I'm going to go now, guys. Everyone's coming home now, but I will come back on tomorrow morning and we'll pick a different subject. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Team Elvis. Thanks, everyone. We've been on 48 minutes, believe it or not. And to be honest with you, I found the jet story a bit boring. Yes, good to spread the word. When was Nadia? Did she say that recently or just now? But anyway, I gotta go. I'm sending you all love. Please subscribe. Please like. Be a member. Please join. Thank you, Team Elvis. You've been amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Sending you lots of love. Thanks, everyone, for joining in today. Or you can carry on chatting. I'll end the stream. You guys carry on chatting. Hello to everyone. Hello, Jane and Linda and Nadia and Stacey and Deborah and Joy Thanks all of you. Have I missed any names? We've got Diana, Yvette. Thanks, Yvette, and Tonya. Thanks to all the members. Loads of members on tonight. Linda and Stacy. I'm trying not to forget any names, but I probably will. Thanks to all of you. You're amazing. See you soon. We can chat on Facebook. Don't forget, Nadia's got the Facebook channel going. Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth. So please join the Facebook channel. Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth. We can carry on chatting. Thanks, guys. Okay, dinner time.